And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, recreation, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage with you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace. And we want you to save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. Don't forget our number. Make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, 80-plus show partners, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, health experts, doctors, lawyers, all types of people that can help you no matter what you're facing out there. We're Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's number one consumer advocate. And I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Top 1% of all realtors nationwide. So we're real excited about that news coming in last week. Also, Creative Loafing nominated us. We were nominated for the best afternoon radio show. So we'd love to get your vote there. If you go online and just go to cl.com, go for, vote for the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We're going to help you win. Let's go around the horn now and make our introductions. Clyde Smith making his debut. Bilmar Beach Resort. He's the general manager, as well as Sloppy Joe's on the beach. Welcome in.
Hi, Brandon. Thank you for having me today.
Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. What do you want to talk about today?
Oh, we're going to update people on some of the renovations we've completed at the Bilmar and also Sloppy Joe's. A brand new menu rolling out there in October and a lot of fun events. We just had Chris Soria, a famous artist out of New York, just finished a mural on one of our walls.
Nice.
You can see it from Gulf Boulevard, and that's been real exciting.
That is really cool. I'll tell you, it's a great property. I've gone over there the last few weeks. I've visited a couple times. Great property, beautiful renovations. And the thing that strikes me is when I look out over the beach, you walk out and you look to the beach, it's like, wow, the beach is long. It's a long beach, man.
We call that a two-beer beach.
Two beer?
Yeah.
to get to all the way there, you got to finish the second one. Yeah.
So it's a great time. When you're down there, the best part is you don't hear all the noise, no Marco Polo from the pools or music. So it's really peaceful when you're down there, and all of our guests get used to the kayaks and paddle boards down there as part of the resort stay, so it goes over really well.
That's awesome. The official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Bilmar Beach Resort, 10650 Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for years. And for those business trips, whether it's a wedding, business trip, staycation, check them out, Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives. All right, also in studio today, we've got Chris Hatfield, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Welcome back in, sir.
Hey, all the way down to Northport up to Newport Richie. How we doing out there, guys?
Yeah, that's right. And you're coming in representing Tampa Screens and Aluminum. And the Tin Man is not in the house today. But
the Tin Man can't be here. The Screen Man will come.
The Screen Man, that's right. I was trying to remember what we came up with. Okay, so the Screen Man.
The Screen Man is what we've been called now. We're actually, today's the start of our season. Whenever we get back from Labor Day, that's when we get that tingly feeling. The
Nice.
hurricane season, snowbirds are rolling down.
Okay.
It's definitely the busy time for us. Not that we didn't have a very, very busy summer, but this is our normal start to season. So
Okay.
it's even going to get ramped up even busier.
Good, good. Despite the tariffs and all the other stuff, it's still rocking out there.
Wouldn't matter. I mean,
Good.
in that, this is the screen type. This is when rescreens and stuff like that, when we get into that type. So
Good.
the building of the cages, it's going to pick up as well, but this is when we get into the screen repairs and stuff
Selling
like that.
season, baby. Real estate, it's all rocking here.
It's all selling right now,
Setting
man.
records, man.
It's a good time to be in sales.
We are setting records. All right, we got Art Rosati in the house as well. Overwatch Security, welcome back, sir.
Thanks, sir. Thank you for having me again.
My pleasure. And what did you want to discuss today?
Well, I am the serious side of the house today because we have two great guys here sitting next to me, and they're going to give you a lot of laughter and pleasure. But today we're going to get serious, and we're going to talk about the recent shootings that's happened here in the past couple weeks. How this, if you can see this, does not equal this.
Yeah.
This cannot does not compare to this. So we're gonna discuss this.
Good stuff. Yeah, and Art and his team helped out with when we brought in Ken Shamrock, one of my business partners on another venture. He does all types of different security, corporate security events, all types of security, protecting assets, both from a jeweler standpoint if you're transporting assets and things of that nature. So our Art with Overwatch Security here in the house on the Consumer Quarterback Show. As you know, I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. I want to let you know about $1 million listing that we've got, 1370 Gulf Boulevard. This is unit number 401. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,200 square foot condo. That's an end unit on the beach. It's a $1.175 million listing of mine. Beautiful property on Gulf Boulevard, gorgeously updated with all that you're looking for in a Gulf front home. Bella Rosa is an exclusive building that was constructed in 2004. 1370 Gulf Boulevard, beautiful property in Tampa Bay. Check out all our listings at PlatinumMVPRealty.com. And you can also do a search there at our website, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. You can do a complete MLS search. You can value your property. There's a CMA tool there that will help you do that. And just a lot of resources there. We'd love for you to submit a form, email it, and connect with us. Let us know how we can help you, what you're looking to do. Maybe you're an investor looking to get in the marketplace. We can coach you and guide you through that process. We've got foreclosure listings on our website as well, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, let's jump right in. So we got Clyde Smith in the house now. He's the general manager, Bilmar Beach Resort over in Treasure Island. Beautiful resort. And he's also running the restaurant there, Sloppy Joe's on the beach. World famous Sloppy Joe's, right?
It is. It is. Yeah. We're a little different than the one down in Key West. A little more family focused, but we have a great time also. Ring the bell every sunset, which we have gorgeous sunsets on Treasure Island, as anyone that's visited knows.
Nice.
And it's a busy restaurant. We're real excited. Did a lot of renovations in there while we were also doing all of our guest rooms in the past year. And renovated all 167 guest rooms, suites, and penthouses. And as you've seen, it's a beach chic design, so real fun. We're getting a lot of kind of an Instagram moment as people check in and see the fun decor that we did.
Yeah. And
we also changed the outside. Everyone's used to driving onto Treasure Island where Central Avenue ends and seeing a big yellow Bilmar there, but now it's a combination of cool tropical blues and a gray ephes that we put on, and it's been really well received by folks.
Beautiful, beautiful property, and we went, and I do a lot of Freedom Boat Club on the weekends, so I love that club. You go to all the different locations, take a boat out where you go. So I went down there with a pilot friend of mine, and he ended up buying the penthouse for the night.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So I got to see the actual penthouse, and
great
that's
view
really
from
neat.
Up there, 8-story view. You see almost everywhere. And a good day, you can see all the way down to the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. It's really beautiful. Yeah,
it really was beautiful. You could see downtown, of course, and of course miles of beaches. Just beautiful place to be. I think there's something when you come. You work hard. You come. Especially from Tampa, you kind of in the concrete jungle, right?
Right.
And then when you're going on the weekend or whenever you take your vacation, you take your trip. Just coming over that bridge, you just feel like you can just feel it. Your body just senses, wow, there goes that level of stress. You just kind of come down a level.
Yeah, island time I think is healthy for everybody. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it really does.
And just Treasure Island itself is just, you mentioned our large beach. One of the great benefits we have of that is the events that we have out there. In November, we're actually going to have 3 events coming up.
Oh, nice.
We have Heaven on Earth, which is a tug-of-war contest for our veterans. All funds will go straight to the Heaven on Earth charity, which helps veterans fix their homes, purchase homes, and it's a great organization. Then very next weekend, we're followed up with a large kite festival. If you've not seen a kite festival on Treasure Island, you've got to go out there. Over 200 kites, some of them the size of buses, and just beautiful. And then Standing Ovations, which is the great sand sculpture event. That starts the weekend before Thanksgiving, and this year we're going to have 10 artists from 7 different countries, and we expect over 50,000 people to come out for the 3 days of music and sculpture. It's just a beautiful time. And then the sculptures do stay up through New Year's, which is fun for visitors afterwards.
Yeah, that's really neat. The artwork that some of these artists are able to put together, man, it's wow.
It's amazing. I've walked through it and stared for hours. And I can't build, but one of the dip a tub over and start from that.
Yeah, exactly. So Heaven on Earth, that sounds like a real cool one to help the veterans.
That is. Lieutenant Colonel Carol Barklew is who runs that. She was one of the first female graduates from West Point. and she's a resident in our area and just donates all of her time for our veterans, and we certainly support that and look forward to them coming out there.
And when is that one coming up?
That's on November the 3rd. This is the inaugural event for this, but we're still expecting several hundred to come out. It's going to be 9 o'clock that morning. You can go on heavenandearth.com, and there is a registration, and they're open for more teams to come out there.
That's really cool.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, that's neat. So, the idea of, being able, and here we are in Tampa Bay. First of all, let's just think about it. We're living in the best time to be alive as a human being. Some people don't like the smartphones and the technology and the things, but, really, you can travel, you can be on the boat and get business done. You can push some emails around, so we're living in the best time. We're living in what I believe is the best Tri-City in the United States of America, which is the best country on the planet. So you got Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater. We've got all the luxuries afforded to us. And then now the ability to, to drive over, go to Treasure Island Beach, check out Bilmar Beach Resort, and just relax and unwind, man. What a great place to live, work, and play. Yeah,
I've been there for 12 years and wouldn't want to go anywhere else. Raised our family there, and we're on TI to stay.
Yeah, and what I noticed last time, too, was there's a sidewalk now. You got the sidewalk that runs all the way down.
Just under a mile. It's the beach trail that's there. Kind of connects us. It's a great way to take a walk or a bicycle ride on there, and you can see all the mid-century architecture. Some of the, Sands Motel from 1948 is still right up the street from us, and we're glad to be a part of that. We've been the landmark since 1961 there, again, right where Central Avenue ends. Yep. That had a little bit to do with why we wanted to put one of the murals on the wall, just to tie us in with the Central Avenue and the Shrine District that has a lot going on down there. And we really believe we complement each other between the two cities.
Yeah, they sure do. All right, so stay with us. When we come back, more from our expert contributors here in studio, and we also have our feel-good story of the day. Nurse discovers new doctor is premature baby she cared for 28 years ago. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors right after this short break. We'll be right back.
This is Ward Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Former USF football player. I played on the inaugural football team at USF. Go Bulls. Real excited. Ball season's back. And we're back here in studio helping you win. In the house today, we've got Clyde Smith. He's the GM, General Manager, Bilmar Beach Resort, and also Sloppy Joe's on the Beach, the restaurant there right on site. We got Chris Hatfield in the house, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, and also Art Rosati, Overwatch Security here in studio as well. So, Art, Clyde, I want to go back to you. So we were talking between the break because I think that's an interesting point to make, because I remember back to some of my college classes, and it's like, you learn a lot. I think it was a geology class or something. I learned about the tides and the waves and the way it does. So, I was just on the East Coast. I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton this last weekend over in Miami. Beautiful resort they had over there. But it was... you look at the beach, and it's just a lot smaller beach. It just seems like the Atlantic is kind of eroding away some of the beaches. And then you come over to our coast, and some of the beaches are just mile long, it seems like.
Not quite a mile, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And beautiful white sand.
Beautiful white sand, exactly. So you had mentioned, though, the way that the tides run and the way that the, whatever that effect is called, I forgot from my classes back 20-something years ago.
I think I skipped that class.
Yeah. But pretty cool,
the way
right?
the tidal works, fortunately, our Central Beach, Treasure Island is kind of broken up between the Sunshine Beach to the north,
right,
Central Beach, and then the Sunset Beach up to the south.
Yeah.
And just the way the tides goes, we gain a little bit of beach every year.
Yeah.
So it's terrific for a hotel owner.
Yeah,
That's an important thing, to not have the waves lapping right at your door.
Yeah, it really is. And, I grew up in the Fort Myers area, a small town called LaBelle, east of Fort Myers, real small, kind of a country town, agricultural community. And we would drive over to Fort Myers Beach, and I remember every now and then you'd see how they bring in the big pipes, and they're pumping the sand from one end down to the other, and I guess that's how they extend the beaches.
Yep, the Army Corps does a great job keeping the beaches that need the renourishment, and they do a great job of that. They did one on our North and South Beach just this last year.
Wow, okay.
So fortunately, that's some of the money for the Penny for Pinellas does pay for that, and the tourist tax that comes in helps with that, along with the city's contributing.
Good stuff. All right, more from Clyde coming up here in the show. I want to switch gears. I want to talk with Chris Hatfield, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, one of our longest contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, longtime friend of the program. You've heard Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, on the show. Now, so Chris, what are you seeing out there, man?
In all honesty, what we're starting to have is starting to everybody freak out over storm season. One little thing starts to pop up out in the Gulf, and then we have another one coming down the Atlantic. And I love our meteorologists, but they definitely add to a little bit of fear. It's what draws ratings for them. The more that you're paying attention to the Weather Channel and the local news and stuff's good business for them. But there are times that they get you a little bit, too riled up for it. You always need to be vigilant about it. I mean, you do need to pay attention with it. But this just might want to be one of those years that we don't get too much storms. I mean, they've kind of tapered off from it. It's an El Nino type year, so I don't think we'll get too much into that. But I do want to have a little bit of talk about some of the mitigation things you can do to make sure your cage is still there if a storm does come this year.
Yeah. So to be clear, we're talking about these screen rooms, the lanais,
screen
the porch,
enclosure, pool cage, screen room, anything outside on your house that is an extension of your house into that in-between space.
That's right, yeah. So you guys help build these for clients, customers all throughout Tampa Bay.
We build them, we rebuild them, we fix the ones that have been built incorrectly by other people, and we have some people, I've got great customers that are starting to become that second generation.
Yeah.
They bought a cage from us on their house back in the 80s. We're still the company that's still around. We're still the one to come to. And they come to us for their retirement home now. They want us to build the cage on that one.
Nice.
They have us come over, rescreen, you know who you are. They have us come over, rescreen the cage just to sell it, and then give me a call when they get to their new retirement home and build a brand new cage because they're happy with us. But you got to have that screen room. And like I said, it's a time of year that you definitely want to prepare with the screen room as well.
So what do you do in that case?
Well, you want to make sure that if it has hurricane cables, the first and foremost thing is they're called hurricane cables for a reason. They need to be tight, they need to be actually secured, and they need to be anchored. Sometimes the TAPCon, the anchoring down into the concrete is not there anymore. It's rotted away. You buried up all that beautiful mulch around it, and it's out of sight, out of mind. But those guiding cables that hold everything down, they'll keep that enclosure in your yard. They'll keep it repairable. You know, they'll keep it to where if something hits or knocks out a piece of it, they'll still keep it in your yard to where it's repairable.
Okay.
Sometimes your lawn service may have run a weed eater right through it. I mean, it is a steel cable, but hitting it 52 times a year with a weed eater doesn't help the tensillary strength of it.
Right.
And then lastly, the tap cons, the actual fixing fasteners that hold the enclosure down on to the ground.
Right.
Those can rust away with chlorine. They were not made of the stronger metal that they are now. Back in the 80s and 90s when a lot of these cages in this area were composed.
Right.
And I can walk through a cage and usually bang on it and find maybe 5 out of 100 are loose. But there are those cages where only 5 out of 100 are even attached. And that's the cage that's going to, it's not going to be a hurricane. It's going to be a 60-mile-an-hour wind that's going to redecorate that and send it over to your neighbor's yard and over onto your friend's house and the neighbor's car. And those are those advocacy points that we feel that we want to tell you about. And lastly would be cutting the screen. A lot of people ask me, you know, how you as a screen guy, how can you tell somebody to cut their screen? I'm not telling you to go out and cut every single screen in your enclosure when there's a gust of wind or a fear that there might be. But if you're into that voluntary evacuation point and you're staying or you're at that point where you're going to ride out, there's nothing wrong with going out and making a big X in 2 panels.
Okay.
2 adjacent panels.
I see.
Because the wind can then blow through the enclosure without all the tensillary strength of the new screen holding it. Cages rack. They will go left, right, away from the house. And when they do truly blow up, they implode. From the inside out, everything goes everywhere, and like a deck of cards, it goes everywhere.
Interesting.
But cutting those little X's in 2 parts of your cage, you've also set yourself up for not a failure point afterward. Because right after a storm comes, it's a tropical, there's water everywhere.
Gotcha.
It's sitting everywhere. There's mosquitoes. It's worse than before the storm came through. And now you're missing all your screens versus an X that you could just duct tape up and wait till you can hire a screen technician to come out and do the repair. Because you're not going to get a screen technician out the next day, just like you're not going to get him to come out and put hurricane panels up the day before the storm.
Right.
There's a lot of demand. If it hit our area, there's a tremendous amount of demand. Just like we've seen with Irma, and that didn't even hit us.
Yeah.
You know,
I can see that, Chris. We're talking with Chris Hatfield, Tampa Screens and Aluminum here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Now, when it comes to the design, over the years we've talked with Fred, you guys can come up with some really cool, unique designs. It doesn't just have to be a rectangle or a square. I mean, there's just some really cool designs.
And we can literally, the only thing we can't make is a circle. I mean, that's to be perfectly honest with you. All of our material, we have to have a spline groove. In one way or another, we have to have a pre-extruded spline groove, and they've yet to come out with anything that's curved. Now, what they do have is some lightly flimsy bendable material that we can do half arches and things like that, so you'll see some of your ornate architecture that we can do circles. But just about anything else, if you want a stop sign pool enclosure, I've seen them. I've done them.
Yeah.
We're actually starting to do some different ideas with taking a gable roof and slanting it back down at different hips to where you have a congruent outside wall. To where you don't have to have that big gabled pediment, because a big gabled pediment is a mitigation nightmare. For wind, wind can go right into a triangle and peel it right up.
Right.
Whereas if there's a hip to that gable, it has somewhere else to go and carry on.
Yeah, and the thing I like about adding on to this type of this type of structure onto a property is that you're improving the value of the property. You are going to make it more marketable.
That's the other thing. I mean, when you walk outside at this time of the year, it's hot. It's nasty. Nobody gets their enclosure for really this time of the year, unless it's the pool. That's you had to put an enclosure over the pool anyway. I can't stand the people that have the fences and everything around. I don't know how you could dip your pool out with the amount of leaves that fall in my yard. That would drive me nuts. But more power to them. Some of them have enclosures that you could never add a pool to, or some of them have beautiful views. Like out there in Treasure Island, you don't want to add an enclosure to it. You just want to see that infinity look. But for everybody else, we can usually give them something that, whether it's a 10 by 10, a small little villa, or big, the entire width of your house. You can do a little bitty area or as big as you want to think, and you can really make that into the area where you're going to spend the most of your time. It's hilarious. People don't go outside, then we give them a screen enclosure. They don't hang out in their den anymore. They look for an outdoor rated TV. They want to spend, when people come over for football, Honey says, get outside.
Yeah.
You know, don't have everybody being in a ruckus on my carpet. Go outside.
That's a good point.
That's why you got the den.
Yeah. So there's certain TVs now that are made for the outdoors.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize that.
Some of your restaurants and stuff, they were the ones with their outdoor pubs. They were the ones that drove the industry because they were tired of putting silicone and grommets and things like that on a TV. But yeah, they do make TVs now that are more rated for outdoors.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever that means. I'm not in the electronics market, but I'm in the pool enclosure market.
Keep the mosquitoes out. Keep the nice clean air.
If you get
in.
a nice sealed composite roof, in all honesty, you can put whatever TV you want outside.
Right.
If we do the job and seal it perfectly, you won't have to worry about a leak.
Yeah, good stuff. Tampa Screens and Aluminum. We want you reaching out to Chris Hatfield and his team. Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Add on to your beautiful additions, your home. Great investment. You know, I think it's a great investment to do. All right, so stay with us here. When we come back, more from our expert contributors. Also, our feel-good story of the week. This is a cool story. The nurse discovers that the doctor, I guess she's working for, was a premature baby that she cared for 28 years ago. Stay with us right here. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And giving a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com. WholeBodyFuel.com. Chef prepared, conveniently delivered, healthy meals delivered directly to your home or office. I love it when I get my new delivery every week. All these awesome meals delivered that is going to be healthy for me, nourishing foods, delicious foods as well. Chef Brian Adamo and his team do a great job over at WholeBodyFuel.com. World-famous protein donuts are amazing. They're excellent, and they're convenient, healthy, delivered directly to your home or office. And it's something like $8 is an entry-level package, $8 per meal, going to be delivered to your home. And you can warm it up. You can take it with you on the road, whatever your lifestyle. What else do you have in this world? If you don't have your health, we want you reaching out to WholeBodyFuel.com and check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special incentives and offers. And as you know, I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I've got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here. These both are in St. Petersburg here. We've got 113 Seahorse Drive Southeast, and it's Unit B. This is the waterside at Coquina Key. Beautiful property here. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, condominium. And it's all about lifestyle, serenity, and the water here at this beautiful property. It's $169,000. Beautiful property, 113 Seahorse Drive Southeast, Unit B. And taking you up to the old northeast section of St. Petersburg, 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Pete. This is a $1.4 million listing of mine. Beautiful property, SIPS panel construction, completed now. It's 3,752 square feet. Just a gorgeous home. Right in a great neighborhood, Old Northeast, just north of downtown. Hot properties here in Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. All right, so we're going to be talking with Art Rosati here, Overwatch Security Group, and he's got his company does a wide variety of things when it comes to security. And last time we had Shamrock in town, did a great job of helping us with that event and just making sure we protect our VIPs. So we're going to talk about some of the recent shootings today. Talk about the need for protection.
Yes, sir. The recent shootings that we just had here were the one in St. Pete over a handicapped space. The guy was arrested for manslaughter. The other one was Polk County, where the Uber driver was run off the road and the suspect was killed. Justifiable homicide. There were several parking lot shootings after a high school football game, where a 16-year-old was involved in that shooting. He was arrested in Jacksonville. So that shooting occurred in Jacksonville, Palm Beach, Illinois, and California. Wow. Again, why these schools are not calling us, we can provide security in their parking lot. I mean, this is a no-brainer. But recently, what is really sad is the gaming community that happened up in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Landing. Now, down the street is Raines High School. This is where the shooting occurred. And in 2017, a bullet went through one of the windows at the Jacksonville Landing. Now, the Jacksonville Landing should have known or foreseen that this area has a tendency to be a high crime area. They should have known this. Now, when I was on your radio show, if you remember, I said a high class, very prominent lawyer was my commercial. Come to find out, Morgan & Morgan has now put everybody on notice. Everybody that can hear me now, you are on notice that if you are a venue, if you are anybody that puts on a party, you are on notice that if you don't have security, you don't have a physical security assessment and proper security, you're going to be in trouble with Morgan & Morgan because they're going to file several lawsuits. One has already been filed, and that's going to be the low end. Morgan & Morgan is going to file several lawsuits. Now, they haven't named the city of Jacksonville, which owns the landing. They haven't named the sheriff's office because there was little to no security. Now, I hope your viewers can see this. This radio is not going to stop. This is a toy gun. This is what we use in our training. This radio is not going to stop this. Right. You need to hire armed security and a professional security agency like Overwatch Security. Now, EA, Electronic Arts, is going to donate $1 million to the shooting victim. How nice is that? Let's give an awe to that, okay? I'm not politically correct. How nice would it have been to spend 1/3 or even a quarter of that for great security, like Chicago Pizza, the venue that had that gaming, and put our veterans back to work, our retired police officers back to work.
Absolutely.
And
catch me up on that one, Art. So that was the EA Sports. So now it's such a huge trend. Now more people are going to these different venues. They got the site called Fortnite where kids watch other. I say kids, young adults, whoever. They're watching other people play video games. It's millions of dollars being made now. I mean, it's really trending. So this is what happened in Jacksonville. They were had an event.
Yes.
And then what was going on with the perpetrator? What was his?
This perpetrator suffered a lot of relapses for mental illness, who was from Columbia, Maryland. How he got a weapon, I still don't understand this. This is a anti-guns best argument for the Second Amendment, because he should have never got a weapon.
Right.
How he got a weapon up in Columbia, Maryland, which there is strict laws up there in Columbia, Maryland, because even myself, from the Pentagon, I had to go and file for a gun permit as a police officer to carry in Maryland, which the Maryland State Police, we said, no, you don't need a gun permit because you're a federal officer. You don't need one. How he got one, I still don't understand.
Yeah.
So he lost the game that he was involved with, went out and got a gun like this. He came in because he lost the game and started shooting people that he lost against.
Wow.
And if they had proper security would have noticed that this guy that clearly made it to the finals was mad, dejected, mental state down. When somebody's leaving the bar with their mental state down and then they come back enraged, they're not going to do anything good. Nothing good is going to happen from that. So if they had some proper security there, had the at least enough security for the exits that they had, somebody would have been there to see it happen.
So were they patting people down as they came in and out? None of that.
It was an open foyer, correct?
No,
it was more of like a bistro bar.
The fire marshals already fined Chicago Pizza because they had so many entrances blocked in the past, and they had to open up more entrances. Plus, this kid was sleeping in his car. So my question is where was security in the parking lot?
Yeah. Walking
around checking cars that were in the parking lot.
Yep.
That's my question.
Yeah. Good point. A lot of these these shootings, a lot of this stuff could have been prevented. I mean, to your point, Art, I mean, you look at, what's going on out there with society. Why are we not being more vigilant? Now, I guess this year we're protecting kids a little bit more. What have you seen in the school setting? Have you followed that much?
A lot of my guys from Overwatch Security, and I hate to say it, they've resigned, and they are now with Pasco County Schools and got hired by the sheriff's office. It stinks for me, but they really stepped up their game and went to the school.
But that's even going to be a knee-jerk reaction just by the county. Yes. Every county in the state is doing that right now. But as soon as they can't give trumpets to kids in the music department. So as soon as there's no money and it's not the knee-jerk reaction, if we are lucky enough to go an entire school year without a shooting, we won't have that next year. We just won't. We'll have some other kind of story that we're talking about until it happens again.
So, Chris, you're saying it's a knee-jerk. They're going to throw some money at it now, out of sight, out of mind. It's going to be a year later. They're going to
get rid of it.
But they could get with somebody like him that could teach them permanent security measures, not like what Chicago Pizza did by blocking an entrance with a pinball machine instead of a human.
Yeah.
And we also teach the reactive shooter.
Yep.
I went through the U.S. Marshals and the Pentagon where we teach active shooter. I'm an active shooter instructor. I've been through the radar course, and reactive shooter where we can keep people safe. I mean, Brandon, I don't know. Our phone should be ringing off the hook from your program and everybody else's, and it's sad to say it's not.
Yeah. So with Overwatch Security, give us an overview. So Overwatch Security, you're working private events. You can be hired by venues.
Yes. Matter of fact, we're at one venue here in Tampa. And they said, what do you think we need to do? You need to put us at the front door, plain and simple. And they just hired us on Fridays and Saturdays, putting us at the front door.
Yep.
And we're in a suit and tie with lapel pins and an earpiece, and we greet people at the front door and with a smile.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yep.
And we say, please go this way, and another staff member will be happy to help you.
That's right.
That's all we do.
And the show of force itself is going to be a lot of times the minimizing factor that you need without even anything being involved. So that's
and that day, and I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
And that one day that I did work the front door, I asked one person to please step outside and remove the knife from their pocket.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh my God, what happened?" I said, "The guy had a knife in his pocket," and I saw that.
Yeah.
Another company wouldn't have spotted that knife in his pocket.
Yep. All right, Overwatch Security, we want you reaching out to our team here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Art Rosati, Overwatch Security Group here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All of our expert contributors can be found at consumerqb.com. On our website, you'll see links to all of our expert contributors, and we want you reaching out. We'd love to connect you with them as well. Shoot a message to me, myself, my team. We're going to get back to you before our head hits the pillow. When we come back, our feel-good story of the week is a good one. Nurse discovers new doctor is premature baby she cared for 28 years ago. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That is our goal. We want to give a shout out to Replenish IV Solutions in South Tampa. They are a longtime friend of the program. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan down at Replenish IV Solutions. And they do a really cool job and a nice, basically what you do, you go in there, you get hooked up to an IV, you get vitamins, amino acids, all types of different good stuff delivered directly into your bloodstream. It's going directly into your organs. It's just something you should be doing at least once a month. Go check them out. Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. And I specifically go as well if I'm going on a trip or flying somewhere across country. Went to California last month. Great time to go do it. get hooked up to the IV. You're in and out about a half an hour or so, and you're feeling good. You're protecting your body. You know, what else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? All right, we're back here in studio. We're helping you win, and we've got Clyde Smith in studio, Bilmar Beach Resort. He's also the general manager of Sloppy Joe's on the Beach, the world-famous restaurant. Tampa Screens and Aluminum in the house, being represented by Chris Hatfield, sales consultant with that company. Art Rosati as well, Overwatch Security Group here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Coming up, we have our lightning round, and right now we're going to tell you something good.
Tell me something good.
Nurse discovers that new doctor's premature baby she cared for 28 years ago. Vilma Wong was the primary nurse for a premature baby 28 years ago. Now they're working together. Vilma has been working at the NICU at the Packard Children's Hospital in Palo Alto, California for 32 years. When new doctor Brandon Cementori started working there, she had a feeling she knew him. During a friendly conversation, Brandon revealed that they both worked at the hospital where he was born in. I got very suspicious because I remember being the primary nurse to a baby with that same last name, Vilma said. I asked him if his dad was a police officer, and there was a big silence. He asked me if I was Vilma. Apparently, his mother asked him to look for a nurse Vilma at the NICU, but he had told his mom that he probably retired by now. I was in shock initially, but overjoyed to know that I took care of him almost 30 years ago, and now he's born as he's a pediatric resident at the same population where he was where he's born. And Brandon even had a picture of the two taken during his early years. Brandon, who was delivered prematurely at 26 weeks, is specializing in child neurology. And I've come full circle, Brandon said. I'm taking care of babies with the nurse who took care of me. So pretty cool story.
How awesome is that?
Really,
that's great.
Interesting, right? You know,
that's
and then,
great.
Yeah, feel good story of the week. You're telling you something positive here. You know, go against the nonsense in the mainstream media, like we talk about there. But yeah, some good stuff there. And let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. We're going here with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager of the Bilmar Beach Resort.
Great. Well, we talked about all the renovations that we've done in Sloppy Joe's and the Bilmar. We also upgraded our ballroom and our outdoor cafe. So both of those are perfect for holiday parties, weddings. We do about 50 weddings a year. Nice. And also corporate meetings. We have a great setup for casual corporate. Why go meet downtown when you can meet at the beach?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, your company will like you for that, right?
Yes.
The employees. And I think,
do.
You know, the mindset of a company, too, I think so many times, especially nowadays, you see it more and more. But, you know, you have your external customers, but you also have internal customers. You know, treat your employees right.
It is so important. And we believe that on site also. I think everyone that comes out will enjoy meeting their staff. Most have been there 5 years or more. My assistant's been there 27 years. So Kim is great. Kim Lasky. She's also in charge of St. Pete Rocks, which is fun.
Super cool. All right, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, Chris Hatfield.
Chris Hatfield, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, 813-960-7064. Also reach out to him on tampascreens.com. Got a lot of pictures up on Facebook as well, showing you a lot of the different work that we've been taking care of here over the last couple months. But definitely want to tell you, like I said, big season's coming up right now. So do not wait. If it's something you're wanting to have, if you're going to be entertaining the family for Thanksgiving, if that's something that you want to build that area and get them out of the house where the oven's going to be hot, where multiple people are running around in the kitchen, now's the time to think about it.
That's right.
Don't wait until, you know, when it starts to finally get a little bit cool, because when it gets cool, everybody wants a screen room. Everybody else is going out on the backside.
That's
so
right.
Start to look at it. Start to at least collect your bids. Get your boundary survey together. Find out exactly as far as you can go.
Setbacks.
Don't let these setbacks and variances and HOA approvals, don't let those things be the things that hold you up, but definitely start them right now. Start looking for it and start getting that permit procedure started, because if you wait till the last minute, you're not going to be having that area.
That's right.
And you're going to have everybody inside and where it's nice and hot still.
Yep.
Thanksgiving's not, you know, it's not too cool to where everybody's inside and enjoying their sweaters and their button-ups that they put on. You give them a nice area to be outside. There's a great breeze.
Yep.
It's a good time. You'll actually enjoy your family.
It is. That's a great way to do it. I like it. Tampa Screens and Aluminum. We want you reaching out. All right, Art Rosati, Overwatch Security Group.
Hey, folks, we want everybody to be safe. Get the professionals like us to get there to make you safe, whether it's a wedding, a kinsey, whatever party you're going to have with all the holidays coming up. Please give us a call. Call our office. call the radio show. Brandon will go ahead and get you hooked up and get you to us. Please give us a call. Stay safe.
Awesome. Good stuff. And I've got some powerful advice here. This is something I looked at, I saw online, and I was like, this is great for the show. So it's got 8 keys here to have a successful day or to have a successful mantra, right? So number 1, it's saying grow every day. What can you do just to learn? Some people say the first thing in the morning, just read something in your trade. It's so easy to learn. Nowadays, you can pull up YouTube videos, whatever you're wanting to learn about. Number 1, grow every day. 2, live with purpose. That's self-said. That's right there. You have to have a purpose behind what you're doing. And number 3, take care of your health. Very important. We mentioned a couple of ways. Wholebodyfuel.com, one of our show partners, excellent healthy food. Go visit Steve and Lisa with Replenish IV Solutions. Take care of your health. Get clear on what you want. I think that kind of reminds me of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One of his most important was start out with a clear destination. I forgot the exact terminology on it, but
begin with the end in mind.
That's it. Begin with the end in mind. Excellent. And I remember, in the class I took, it was like, what do you want written on your headstone, right? Oh, wow, now we're thinking of the end there, right? So that's a perfect one. Number 5, take pride in your work. When you do something, take pride in it. Is that something that your boss is going to audit? Maybe he won't see it every time, or maybe you are the boss, but you're taking pride in what you're doing. The product that you're putting out is very important. Number 6, don't take anything personally. I think too many times people, especially with this internet age where we're typing messages, people are so cool behind a keyboard, they're real tough. Let it go. It's a reflection of what they're feeling and their anger that they're trying to project, if it is something along those lines. I heard the saying, your opinion of me is none of my business, right? So don't take anything personally. Have an abundant and win-win mentality or mindset. That's a big one. So many times, especially in real estate, I look at it, if there's other realtors, let's face it, there's 30,000 realtors out there. I look at a realtor as a referral partner. I look at it somebody that maybe has a niche that I don't have, or that we can work together in some way. Too many times people say, that's a realtor, I don't want to talk to them, or I'm not going to work with them. They put up this guard, even if it's not verbally said, but it's, you can kind of pick up the energy, right? So have an abundant win-win mentality. The more that you do, the more that you're going to see that attracted into your life, the more that you're going to share. And number 8, it says lead with your heart. Be kind to others. That's how we end our show every day, as we talk about, doing a random act of kindness, something that you can do that's going to benefit the community. Maybe go feed homeless people for the weekend. There's some resources we can plug you in for that. Especially, if you have someone in your family, maybe a child that's a teenager or early years that, has been given a lot, that maybe they're entitled. This is a good idea. Take them to see what some of the lower socioeconomic classes are living like. These homeless people go into a nursing home. There's a great population that needs help. They're in a nursing home. They may not have visitors as much as often as they would like. Go in there, bring them a teddy bear or something. See what you can do. Do something kind for one another, and you'll see. And you're not doing it with this purpose, but you'll see when you do that, things are going to naturally reply and come back to you. It's just the law of attraction. It's the way that the world works. So, great show today. I want to thank all of our expert contributors. We want you going down to Bilmar Beach Resort. Clyde, I want to give you kind of last word here. We got about a minute left, but people coming down, great time of year to go visit you. There's no red tide.
That's exactly. There is no red tide on Treasure Island or Pinellas County beaches. There's traces, but there always is. But the beaches are just wonderful right now.
Yeah.
I like to tell people this is their time of year to come visit it. All the tourists are gone. It's time for the residents to come enjoy their resident rate, and
that's right.
Do a local staycation.
A staycation, absolutely.
So there's residence rates too. I mean, it's great value.
We do. You can go right onto our website, BilmarBeachResort.com, and just click on the value for a resident rate, and you get the lowest discount out there.
That's awesome. All right, so good stuff. Bilmar Beach Resort, check them out. Sloppy Joe's on the beach. What's your favorite menu item over there?
Oh boy, I love the soups. Right? We have a lot of homemade soups that are fantastic.
I'm a soup guy too. I love soup.
It would have to be the lobster burger, which is a burger piled high on top of the meat with lobster, and then has our lobster bisque poured over that.
And you brought samples for everybody?
I will next time.
That's what's in the kitchen.
Oh man, good stuff. Yeah, we, when I go to the beach, I love to have something, from the Gulf, like a grouper or some kind of a good fish. And,
excellent grouper sandwich.
Yeah, excellent, good stuff. And hey, great show today. Bilmar Beach Resort being represented by Clyde Smith. Thanks so much for coming in, Clyde. He's the general manager. Chris from Tampa Screens and Aluminum, Chris Hatfield, thank you as well coming in.
Thank you for having me, Brandon.
Tell the team we said hello. And also, Art, thanks so much. We appreciate you coming in. Great show today. Thanks to all of our listeners, our viewers out there of our TV show. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it with you, or carry it with you. Hand it to that person that you see in need on the side of the road. Be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, and the Consumer Quarterback Show on Facebook. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.